there are lots of things that will happen in your life that you just don't see coming, that you don't expect. I didn't think that would happen. I didn't see that coming. Personally, you know, I never wanted to have a family. I never wanted to have kids. And here I am with a family. Never thought, you know, I'd move out of my parents' house. I mean, genuinely, you know, it's like I just accepted that I would never do it. And here I am in a house that I pay for, you know. I never wanted to go to university. And there I have it, proudly sitting on my shelf as my degree. You know, life happens in unexpected ways. And I think getting older, part of getting older is adjusting yourself to expecting the unexpected, to expecting things that you didn't think would happen are going to happen. And I've got to say, despite that, nothing could have prepared me for what I'm about to say. I didn't expect this to an extent that I hadn't prepared for this. I didn't think that this would happen, despite the fact that you know, you prepare yourself for the unexpected with the older you get. I just didn't see this one coming, but I'm going to say it. Sledgehammer Games, please do not make Advanced Warfare 2. For Christ's sake, don't make Advanced Warfare 2. Jesus Christ. Sledgehammer, come here. Sledgehammer. Don't listen to them. Don't make Advanced Warfare 2. Please don't make Advanced Warfare 2. Just do as you don't do it. Yes. Unbelievably, despite all good sense, there is a rumor floating around, and Charlie Intel has kind of semi-debunked it, but you know, I want to kind of talk about the response to it as well, and the game overall. But there is a rumor floating around that the next Sledgehammer game is going to be Advanced Warfare 2. Have you learned nothing? You learned? If you really are going to do this, then that's it, man. I give up on Sledgehammer. They really just don't have an inch of sense between them. It's not a good idea to reboot Advanced Warfare, to reboot the jetpacks. It's an awful idea, and I wouldn't have talked about this because it's so far-fetched and so stupid that I probably would have just left it alone. But Advanced Warfare actually happens to be my least favorite Call of Duty game ever made, and I have played every single Call of Duty game ever made. I played them all. I played every single one, and I can safely say that Advanced Warfare really is the worst. It is the worst Call of Duty game that I've ever played, for a multitude of reasons, and it annoys me that like people are responding to anyone is responding to this in any way positively. It's absolutely driving me crazy. We knew back then it was shit. We knew back then how terrible it was, and we moaned about it, and we complained about it. We didn't like Advanced Warfare. Don't listen to the YouTubers. Maybe a couple of people did, but overall the general consensus was that the game was complete and utter horseshit. And there are so many YouTubers out there saying, oh, look, I can kind of see jetpacks coming back, and I'd be okay with jetpacks coming back, because I think the only reason we didn't like jetpacks is because we were just burned out by the end of the three. So many videos, by the way. By the end of the 3 games, we were just so burned out. We didn't want any more. They gave us jetpacks 3 times in a row, and they shouldn't have done. No, that's not why we were sick of it. Because we were sick of it by Black Ops 3. When Black Ops 3 came out, the overall discourse, and I remember this vividly, because this is one of the eras that I remember the discourse of Call of Duty more than I remember the games themselves, because I blocked that shit out. Those games were awful. But I remember the discourse so well, so vividly, and people were pissed off that Black Ops 3 was going to be an advanced movement game, because they spoke so loudly and so clearly against Advanced Warfare. People were mad about Advanced Warfare. So when Treyarch said, oh yeah, we're going to do an advanced movement game as well, people were pissed, man. They were absolutely livid about that decision. So no, it's not because we were burned out. It's because people didn't like the game. People didn't like the way the game played. But there are people saying, like, all of these YouTubers, you know, saying, oh, well, you know, they can do what they want. I actually, personally, I like the jetpack era. They always slip it in. They always slip into the conversation. Personally, I actually like the jetpack stuff. Personally, I liked advanced. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I mean, maybe one or two of you did. But for the most part, no, you didn't. No one did. We all hated it. But now this thing has happened, and it's this thing that I go blue in the face talking about, and I'm so tired of talking about it, but here we go again. This whole, like, rewriting history. what happens is with Call of Duty, this happens with every single game. This could have been anything. This could have been Infinity Ward are going to do Ghosts next, and people go, "Oh, I actually like Ghosts." I know a lot of people didn't. What happens is, one or two people they sort of think back to an old entry in a series. Let's use Call of Duty as an example. So they'll look back at an old entry, they go, "Oh, Advanced Warfare," and they'll think, "Okay, well this game isn't being complained about. The things that it did wrong aren't being complained about anymore, so people won't bring that up, and it's old enough for people to feel nostalgic. Let's get a bit contrarian, and for the sake of clout, let's make a YouTube video or let's throw out a tweet where I get contrarian and I make a point that disagrees with what the general consensus is. That way people will go, oh, he's a bit different. Oh, that's a different opinion to what I'm used to." And then people latch on to that because it's different to what they're used to hearing. And then you get the nostalgic people who were not nostalgic at the time of the game, because obviously why would they be? And they don't have the foresight to know that they're going to be nostalgic about it in the future. So suddenly they look back and they go, "Oh my God, I was 12 when Advanced Warfare came out. Now I feel nostalgic. I would love to feel nostalgic again." And then of course you get the people who just, the memers, the people who think it's funny to be contrarian and like the thing that people didn't like to begin with, or dislike the thing that people did like to begin with. And those people, they don't have a limit. They can't just go, "Actually, I liked Advanced Warfare, lol." No, it's Advanced Warfare is the greatest game in the series, and it was the greatest shooter of all time, and the advanced movement made me do things to socks that I shouldn't do. And the people, they just lose it, and they have absolutely no restraint whatsoever. So when you get these three prongs all in action all at once, what you end up with is a complete override, because there's so many people involved. And of course you end up with the fourth prong after the three have activated, which is, "Oh, I don't want to disagree with the internet. I mean, if this is what the internet thinks and this is what gets you likes, then I guess I'm going to have to think it too." And that's what you end up with. And I think that's what we have with the YouTubers. I think they're if this is what the internet thinks, I guess I better think it too. And yeah, so that's why people are sort of, "Oh yeah, no, Advanced Warfare 2, that would be interesting." Here's the issue. That crowd, you should never pander to. You should never pander. I can only think of one time that crowd being pandered to was successful, and that's with the new Spider-Man film, which is just like, "Hey, remember this? Remember how this was? Remember what this used to be? Oh, you like Tobey Maguire now, check it out." And yes, that was tremendously successful, but usually when you pander to this crowd, it doesn't work out. And the reason for that is because if you have a crowd who's nostalgic about something, or who have a differing opinion on that thing, if you then call it back, you should only really do that if it's something that was initially received well. There's two different types. There's people who are nostalgic about something that's good, and people who are nostalgic about something that was bad. And if that thing was good and you do something that feels like a return to form for that, like a callback to that style, then they'll go, "Yeah, no, I remember how good this was. This is really good." And I think that's kind of why the Spider-Man thing works, because, okay, the Andrew Garfield era absolutely sucked, but Spider-Man 1 was a good film, and 2 was tremendous. So, there is some good in there. But with Advanced Warfare, which is a case of, lol, I used to like that, all people are going to do is look back. They're going to get that experience again, that experience they've been begging for, that, "Oh my God, yeah, this would be so great if we had this." They're going to get it, and they're going to go, oh no, oh crap, yeah, shit, I forgot. No, this actually sucks. Oh, the internet told me this was good. Why did you tell me that, internet? This absolutely sucks. I completely forgot how much this... Oh shit. And then they'll just not play it. They'll just not bother with it because they'll remember how bad it was. And I can't wait. Put a flag here, put a timestamp here, and come back to this. If they do make Advanced Warfare 2, people will be excited about it first, and then they'll realize how shit it was, and they'll remember how shit it was, and they'll completely fall off. Either it will fail at launch, or it will fail in with its player count within like a month or two. It will drop off so fast you won't even be able to watch it. It will be absolutely unbelievable. And that's the difference between going back to the style of Advanced Warfare and going back to the style of COD 4, is that people loved COD 4, and so when they went back to it with the Modern Warfare reboot, it was like, oh yeah, no, this is great. Oh yeah, I forgot how great this was. But it will be the complete opposite with Advanced Warfare. You have to believe me. It's so ironic. I was watching some videos earlier, and I bumped into a video. Was exclusive something? It's one of the COD YouTubers, and he went back to Modern Warfare 3, and he liked the systems, he liked the kill streaks, and the layout of the map and everything. But his initial response was, oh, I don't remember the textures being this bad. Oh, those animations are a bit weird, which is something, by the way, I've felt so vindicated because I was the only person complaining about the animations back in 2011. No, back in 20... Oh, whatever. I'm the only person who still remembers how bad the animations were. But yeah, he went into the game and he was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I miss it. I'm nostalgic for it, but these textures are not very good. He actually thought something was up with his version of the game. No, dude, Modern Warfare 3 didn't look very good. It looks a lot worse than Modern Warfare 2. And that's what you're going to get with Advanced Warfare. You have to trust me. Regardless of what these YouTubers are telling you or what you remember because you feel nostalgic, the jetpack era almost killed Call of Duty because it was so bad. Advanced Warfare, if you want to know my 2 cents, I'll be really quick about it. I think it's an absolutely trash game. I think campaign-wise, some of the visuals hold up okay, but multiplayer-wise, the visuals are atrocious. The gun models are awful. None of the maps are any good. None of the maps are good at all. I hated the boosting and the exosuit because all people did, you went to shoot them and they will boost left or they will boost right and strafe, and that's it. You'd never get a good look at an enemy to even shoot them, let alone actually get the kill. And I think, despite the fact that I hate the jetpack era overall, the reason Advanced Warfare is the worst one is because at least Black Ops 3 had some okay maps, particularly in the DLC, and I actually think Infinite Warfare had good gunplay. Shoot me, but I think Infinite Warfare was the best one because the gunplay was actually pretty good. But no, Advanced Warfare was awful. Even the guns didn't play well, dude. Even the guns were awful in that game. The only half-decent game Sledgehammer games have ever made was World War II, and that was generic and got boring after... Well, it got kind of boring after a couple of months, and it was a very generic game, but it was easily their best one and an okay game. But Advanced Warfare was awful, really, really bad. So please, Sledgehammer, don't do it again. Don't bring jetpacks back. No, I don't want to see one doing futuristic, one doing modern, and one doing past. Please just don't do it. I don't want Advanced Warfare. None of us do. And you have to trust me. If you do jetpacks again, it's going to fall off so fast when everyone remembers how shit it was. When everyone's memory actually activates properly. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the situation. Let me know what you think, and I'll see everyone later.